right, you guys. Welcome. Happy Saturday. I'm recording this for some of my students at Reef Point. Also, I'm sure some friends are going to end up seeing this. So, hello, friends. To all my students, I miss you guys. Hopefully, this is all over soon, and so we can actually practice together again. But in the meantime, hello, here we are. Happy 4 millionth day of quarantine. I'm sure you guys are just as bored as I am. Hopefully a little bit less bored. Maybe you're finding some fun cleaning, playing with your dogs. Hopefully you're more rested than I am, since I've got an 11-month-old kid who is teething and thinks that sleep is stupid. So hopefully everyone's surviving this okay, being safe. In the meantime, I'm sure your shoulders and back are just as tight as mine, because we're all hunching and looking at our phones because there's nothing else to do but Netflix and play with our phones. So this flow is going to be a little bit about trying to open that up, trying to get a little bit of comfort back in our bodies and maybe a little bit of activity and movement from being stuck at home all day. I'm not sure exactly how long this class is. I'm assuming about 45 minutes or so. I guess we'll find out. Blocks, totally optional if you don't have blocks. A big book, a Yeti works really well, I have found. Totally not necessary, but it is kind of helpful. At least I think so. I think that's pretty much it. It's going to be more or less an all levels flow, I would say. And we're going to have a little bit of a peak pose at the end, as well as a peak flow. So if that is a pose that you're not able to do, the flow is totally something that you can modify and get something out of. Other than that, yeah, I think that's it. Let's have fun. So we're going to go ahead and begin in child's pose today. So go ahead and bring your knees to the ground, forehead to the earth, stretch those arms out to the front. Reaching your arms nice and long. Try to draw your chest towards the ground, forehead to the mat. Maybe rock the head side to side. Feel free to have the knees close or knees apart so your chest melts in between. Whatever feels good for you. Start to stretch the arms to the right. Get a side body stretch. Bring it back to center and over to the left. Again, big stretch through the side body. Try to find some space. Try to get comfortable. Bring the hands back to center. Shift forward, tabletop position. And begin to move through your cat-cows, arching the back, dropping the belly, pulling the heart forward. On every exhale, round the spine, coming into your cow, and continue to move through those. Maybe add on some additional movements, rocking side to side, shaking the head, yes, no, and maybe. Try to find some space in that spine. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. Try to open up that body, open up that spine and shoulders. And when you're ready, start to begin to reach your right arm forward, left foot kicks back, heel kicking energy out. Bring the elbow knee to touch and extend back out. Bring it back to touch and extend. Bring it to touch, extend. Plant the right hand down, left foot comes all the way out, plant it next to you, reaching the arms to the sky, left hand draws down the left leg, reach up and over with the right hand for gate pose. Plant the right hand down on the other side, reaching the left hand up and over for a supported side body stretch. Really elongate all the way through that left side body, bring the arms back to center, and eagle round the arms, left arm underneath the right, palms to touch, bring the elbows up. And when you're ready, plant the hands back down, draw your left knee back in, tabletop. Switching out, other side, left arm forward, right knee. Elbow and knee touches. Again, just like before, elbow and knee touch. Using your core, elongating out. And once you're ready, left hand plants down, right foot kicks out to the side, arms up to the sky. Right arm reaches up and over, down that right leg. And then over to the other side, supported side angle. No, side plank, sorry. Eagle bound the arms, right arm underneath left, palms to touch, and plant the hands back down. Replant the right leg. Reach the right arm to the sky, thread it underneath the left arm. Right ear comes down to the mat. Left arm reaches forward. You have that option. You also can bring the left hand into the right hip crease for a little bit of a twist. This should open up the shoulder. And replant back to tabletop. Left arm to the sky. Same thing on the other side. Again, same variation, stretching the arm forward or bringing it into the opposite hip crease. Make sure the hips are over the knees. Side of the head comes down to the mat. And when you're ready, back to tabletop position. Curl the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take some time here, maybe first down dog in a while, so feel free to pedal out your legs. It's definitely been like that for me. So as you can tell, my heels are not making it anywhere close to the mat, and that's okay. Chest comes towards the thighs. Really stretching out the fingertips, trying to plant the fingertips into the mat. Right foot to the sky, right knee to elbow, back to the sky, down the center to nose, back to the sky, crossing over for your left elbow, back to the sky, and last time step that foot in between the hands, low lunge, adjust if you need to. Reach your right arm to the sky, a little bit of a runner's twist. Right shoulder stacks on top of left. Bring it back down to the mat. Straighten through the right leg for a half splits. Try to reach your chest towards that front thigh. And begin to walk it back forward. Wiggle that right foot out of the way. Come into your lizard pose. You always have the options to drop down to blocks or drop down to your forearms if you have it within you. You also have the option to bring that right knee out to the side, letting it splay out. Back knee can also come down as well. And when you're ready, step your right foot back. Repeating same thing all over on the left side. Left foot to the sky. Left knee to left elbow. To the sky. Down the center. To the sky. And over to the right. Bring it back up last time. Stepping the foot in between the hands. Again, low lunge. Adjust here. If it's not as beautiful as the first time, that's okay. Coming into your twist. Again, shoulder over the palm that's on the ground. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Start to move to your half split, straightening through that left leg. Again, top of the foot can be down to the mat, or feel free to curl the right foot. Option is yours. Bring it back to your low lunge. Start to wiggle foot outside of the hand for your lizard pose. And feel free to take a little more time here if you find it necessary. You can always pause the video. That's totally fine. Find some more stretch if you need. And once you're ready, lift the back knee off the ground if it hasn't already. Stepping the foot back to your downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet up towards your hands, coming to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Beautiful. Start to make your way. Tadasana, reaching the arms to the sky. Hands to heart center. Beginning our sun sal A's. Reach up to the sky. Bending forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your feet back. Feel free to hop it. And knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you feel like. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Again, many variations of this, just depending on how tired you are. You can always hop forward or step it forward. And coming into that fold, inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach it tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step, hop, walk the feet back to your plank. Lower down chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Upward facing dog. And into your downward facing dog. Repeating this one more last time. Again, add on what you need to, take away what you don't. If you need the knees down, feel free to do that in your chaturanga. If you prefer to hop it back, go through all the way in your chaturangas, you are welcome to. Whatever you need in your class, go for it. Again, once more, this is just the last round of our sun sal A. Slowly coming back into our downward facing dog when you're ready. And begin to walk it forward back to your standing forward fold. And a little ragdoll pose, grabbing onto the opposite elbow, bend the knees, wave side to side. Let the head hang nice and heavy. Once you're ready, coming back to your forward fold, hands down to the mat. Begin to extend the arms to the sky. Hands to prayer. Reach it up nice and tall. And cactus the elbows. Sorry you can't see too much of that. Bind the hands at the low back. Begin to forward fold with interlacing hands. Nice little shoulder stretch here. Crown of the head reaches towards the toes. Dropping the hands down to the mat. Reach it up to the sky, Tadasana. Hands can be at heart center. Feel free to start lifting the right leg into our high knee and left ankle over that right knee. Figure 4, sinking the hips back. Big step back with that left foot. Warrior 1, front knee is nice and bent over that ankle. Arms to the sky, hips are square forward. Straightening through that front leg. Begin to bow it forward into your pyramid pose. Now it doesn't have to be perfect. That's totally fine. Just try to focus on 2 straight legs and letting that chest melt forward over that front leg. As you can tell, I used blocks. Start to walk it forward, standing splits. Left leg high to the sky. Again, hips are square. That's what we're focusing on. Step the left foot outside of the right so your ankles cross. Nice little twisted roots. When you're ready, big step back with that left foot coming into your warrior 2. Extend the arms out nice and wide. Yeah, I did a little shimmy. Reverse it, reach it up and back. Bring it back to center. And start to shift it forward to a high lunge. Hips square forward. Back heel is off the ground. And begin to airplane the arms back. Start to reach it forward. Feel the chest nice and strong. Biceps by the ears. Hands down to the mat. And move through your vinyasa, which is chaturanga, into up dog. And then eventually down dog. Again, always option to bring the knees down to the mat or head straight into downward facing dog. Once more, starting it over, hopping it back to forward fold. Reaching the arms to the sky, repeating this one more time on the other side. Hands to prayer, into your cactus pose. Reaching the arms up. And taken down into the bind. On your inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. With the bind at the low back, maybe arms reach up and over, crown of the head towards the toes. Find that space, hands down to the mat. Begin to reach back up once more and start to move into your high knee Tadasana. Again, this time right leg lifts. Begin to cross right ankle over left knee, figure 4 the leg, and start to sink the hips back, almost like you're sitting into a chair. Nice and strong, flexed foot. Rise back up, step a big back foot forward, coming into your pyramid pose. Again, hands can come to a block, hands can come down to a mat. Focus on those 2 straight legs. Feet can be as far apart as you want. Back heel can be lifted if that's more comfortable. When you're ready, shift it forward into your standing splits on an inhale. And on that exhale, slowly start to come into your twisted roots. Right foot outside of the left. Again, ankles cross. Melting it forward if you can. Blocks are always optional here. Big step back again with that right foot. Open it out to your warrior 2. Adjust your stance if you need to. Front knee over that ankle. Begin to reach it up and back once you're ready. Bringing it back to center. Shifting it back to your high lunge. Again, everything squares forward here. No heel planting it to the ground. Airplane the arms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Inhale, reach it forward. Biceps by the ears. Exhale, plant the hands down. Move through your chaturanga. This time I did knees, chest, chin. Inhale to upward facing or low cobra. On your exhale, come into your downward facing dog, just like before. Getting into the bulk of our flow. Right foot to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reach fingertips to the sky, high lunge. Exhale, open arm twist, right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, bring the arms back to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands down. Inhale to your pyramid pose, just like before. Again, blocks are optional. Make sure your hips are square, back is flat. Start to melt it forward a little bit more. Inhale, standing splits. Maybe left foot goes a little higher this time. This time, Shiva squat. Left knee behind the right. Squeeze the legs together. Ground down into that right foot. Feel nice and strong here. And slowly, when you're ready, begin to start to rise up, coming into a high knee Tadasana. Maybe straighten out that front leg. Hands back to prayer if that feels better. Moving into your warrior three. If you falter, get back into it. Totally fine. Hips want to be square. Chest is level. Crown of the head reaching forward. Heel of that left foot kicking straight back. Right hand will plant down. Inhale into your half moon. Left arm reaches to the sky. Left hip stacks on top of the right. Nice and strong here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Block is always optional. We're switching into revolved half moon. Left hand to the mat. Right arm reaches to the sky this time. I usually don't do this just because I'm a little weak there, so you don't have to. When you're ready, gently step that left foot back. Revolve Trikonasana. Same kind of action. Right shoulder on top of the left. Just this time the foot is planted. Hands come back down to the mat. Coming back into a high plank. Move through your vinyasa. Again, always option to go straight through to your downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. This time left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, rising up, arms to the sky. On your exhale, open arm twist. Right arm forward, left arm back this time. Don't mind my weird face. Reach the arms back to the sky. Exhale, plant the hands to the mat, coming back to your pyramid, straight legs here. Obviously, pyramid is named because of the shape your legs make, so think about that when you are trying to make this pose. You always have the option to bring a block to that low back. That kind of helps you know whether or not your hips are askew. Nice little tip I learned from one of my teachers. And when you're ready, back to a Shiva squat. Standing splits. Right leg to the sky. And when you're ready, Shiva squat. Right knee back. From your Shiva squat, slowly begin to shift the weight into the left leg, rising up to your high knee Tadasana. Straightening through the leg if you can. When you're ready, slowly move through warrior three. Right foot kicks all the way back. Crown of the head reaches forward, again balancing. And begin to bring your left hand down to the mat, coming into your half moon. Right arm reaches to the sky if you can. Right hip over the left. Energy through that right heel. Hands plant back down. Switching it out. Right hand comes down. Left arm reaches to the sky, or just like I did, hand to the low back. That way you know whether or not your hips are square. Be very conscious here. Stepping that right foot back, coming into your revolved Trikonasana. Hand right underneath the shoulder. Left arm reaching to the sky, everything stacking on top of each other. Hands come back down to the mat. Walking it back out, moving through your vinyasa, going from your low lunge to plank, through your vinyasa, back into downward facing dog. So we're going to repeat that one more time. We're going to do the same thing, a little faster this time. Into your low lunge, arms to the sky, open arm twist. Reaching the arms back up. Exhale, plant the hands down, pyramid. Nice and fast here. Inhale, standing splits, left leg high. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, rise up, high knee Tadasana. Exhale, straight through to warrior three. Right hand down, half moon. Switch it out on your exhale. Revolved half moon. Again, this doesn't have to be perfect. Start to move, revolve Trikonasana, revolve triangle pose. Release hands down to the mat, adding on here. Once you move through your vinyasa, hop the right foot back. Move through your chaturanga, up dog, and to down dog, or again, straight through to down dog. Send the right leg high to the sky.
Exhale, fallen triangle. Thread the right leg through towards the left wrist. Send the right leg to the sky. Flip it back over for flip your dog. Re-flip it over back to your downward facing dog. Feel free to take a moment in your child's pose here. I know we moved through that kind of quickly, so you're welcome to pause it and reverse it. I promise on my next video, I'll go a little bit slower. I was trying to make sure that I could record this fast enough before my kid woke up from his morning nap. When you're ready, back to your downward facing dog. Again, straight through, left leg high, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, rise up, high knee. And exhale, straight through, warrior three, send the right foot back. Inhale, half moon, right arm to the sky. Exhale, switch it out. Revolved half moon. Block can go underneath the other hand. Inhale, revolved Trikonasana. Exhale, back into your low lunge and move through your vinyasa. Again, once more, making your way back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes to the sky. Exhale, thread it through, revolved triangle pose. Right hand comes back down, send the leg high to the sky, flipping it over for flip your dog. Back over to downward facing dog. Again, another moment for a child's pose if you need it. Clearly, I needed a long time. You're welcome to as well. You're welcome to pause this video at any point. Once you're ready, stretch your arms forward, coming from your tabletop into your puppy dog pose. Hips are over the knees, reaching the arms forward, armpits reaching down towards the ground. Chin can be to the mat or forehead to the mat. Option is yours in your puppy dog pose. Should feel awesome on your shoulders. Should give you a nice stretch in the upper part of your back as well. When you're ready, bring your hands back underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes, lift the hips, walk the feet a little closer to the hands. Point the toes out like you're a little bit V'd in your feet. Squatting down, reach the arms up and back, grabbing onto your heels. Start to melt the crown of your head forward. Triceps are underneath the knees. Garland pose. This is rounding the spine as much as possible. Again, a great counterbalance to everything we've done. I look like a little seed here. You'll probably feel like that too, but it's fantastic, I promise you. And when you're ready, bring it back to a standing forward fold. Left hand down to the mat. Left knee bends. Reach the right arm to the sky. Right shoulder stacks on top of the left and switch it out. Right hand down, right knee bends, left hand to the sky. Bring the hands back down to the mat. Reach the arms nice and tall. Moving to our eagle pose, left leg lifts, wrap it around the right. Option to kickstand it, bringing the left toes to the mat, or wrap it all the way around. Left arm goes underneath the right, bind the arms, palms to touch. Lift the elbows so that they're in line with the shoulders. Reach the fingertips just an inch or two forward. And when you're ready, straight up and back into a standing splits. Left hand stays down to the mat. Right hand reaches up and back, trying to grab onto the top of that left foot for the bind. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. Take a break, wiggle out the legs. When you're ready, reach it up tall. Same thing, eagle pose on the other side. Right leg wraps around the left. You'll see where the toe placement can go here. Again, you can wrap it, you can toe stand it, whatever you choose. Right arm underneath the left, just like I said before. Palms to touch, elbows lifted. Lowering your center of gravity will help Reach it up to the sky and hands down to the mat. Right foot to the sky. Standing splits. If you want the bind, left hand reaches up and back for the top of that right foot. Send the knee to the sky if it's possible. And go ahead and slowly release back to your forward fold. And take a little breather here. We're going to move into our crow pose in just a little bit. If you've never done crow pose, nice little refresher here. If you have, move straight into it. Take your choice. Hands are shoulders distance apart, elbows bend, knees hike up into the armpits. One toe lifts, maybe the other, rounding into the spine as if you're trying to press shoulder blades apart from each other, gripping into the mat with your fingertips. As you can tell, I lost my footing there for a second. Looking forward about 10 inches in front of your fingers. This is an option if you need some help. There is a block. Pressing that to your forehead, landing down, and toes lift. And back down. If you're going for a side crow, hands are going to come out to the left side. Again, same thing. Fingers are nice and wide. Elbows are shoulders distance apart. Hike the knees up into that right tricep and lift. Same thing here on the left side, or I guess right side. Hiking up into that left elbow. Again, shift your weight forward. Maybe toes lift. Ooh, that was rough. Feel free to pause the video. Try that as long as you want. Once you're ready, meeting back, forward fold. We're going to start to cool it down. That was our peak flow. That was our peak posture. Bringing into a Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees butterfly out to the left and to the right. Go ahead and recline down onto the mat. Arms can be out to the side. You always have the option for one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart, or both hands onto the belly if you so choose. Either way, let your knees melt. Eyes can close down. Start to let the breath slowly get more relaxed. When you're ready, bring the knees to close. Hug the knees into the chest, moving into your happy baby, grabbing onto the peaky edges, sides of the feet. Soles of the feet to the sky, rock it side to side, maybe straighten out one or both legs. Again, should feel nice on the back. When you're ready, release the feet. Open arms out to a T or cactus the arms. Right leg wraps on top of the left. Let your knees drape over to the left side, looking over to the right. If this just isn't comfortable for you, feel free to bring the knees parallel to each other. When you're ready, knees back to center. Same thing, other side, this time left leg on top of right. Let the knees drape over to the other side, looking over to your left this time. Don't mind my face. Looks like I'm depressed, but I swear I'm not. Again, if knees prefer to be parallel, feel free to do so. Bring the knees back to center. Planting soles of the feet down to the ground. Right ankle on top of that left knee. Make a figure four. If that's good, stay here. If you'd like more, hands grab that left leg, pulling it in towards the chest. Making sure to flex both feet. Keeping the knees safe. And go ahead and release. Switching now, other side. Left ankle on top of that right knee this time. Again, option to stay there or pull that leg in. Once you're ready, go ahead and release. Hug the knees into the chest. Bring chin towards the knees. Round into that spine. And go ahead and release into your Shavasana. Now, I know there's nothing super interesting about watching me lay on a yoga mat, so in the meantime, I have my cute dogs that you're welcome to set your attention on while you enjoy your Shavasana for as long as you want. The lighter colored one is Olive. The darker colored one is Benjamin. They're both sassy and rude, but they're very cute, and so I'll allow it. Thank you guys so much for participating in my first ever online virtual yoga class. Like I said, I will try to slow my videos down. Hopefully it'll make it a little more easier. You are welcome to repeat the main flow twice. That way it makes it a little bit longer. And just pause the video as much as you need to. And hopefully I'll have another installation of this pretty soon. Thank you guys. Be safe and namaste.